back over here to Twitter real quick, and I want to give you a perfect example of how they set these straw men up. And it's just, let's see if I can find it. Well, maybe not. I'll look during the break. But they set these straw men up, and they're trying to tell you that you're stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, again, it's George Orwell's 1984.
It's the gaslighting.
It's you. How many fingers am I holding up? And we're going to give you the shock treatments until you say 6.
Oof. Yeah.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to just absolutely make you think that you're stupid until you come around to our reality. So let's talk about some fake reality. Play clip number 13. Hate this guy too.
My point is, apparently, the XXXY chromosomes are insufficient. Because when we wake up in the morning, we exaggerate whatever feature we want to portray the gender of our choice. Either the one you're assigned, the one you choose to be, whatever it is. And so now, so now just to tie a bow on this, I say to you, somewhere I think I read that the United States was a land where we have the pursuit of happiness.
Yes.
Suppose no matter my chromosomes, today I feel 80% female, 20% male. I'm gonna put on makeup. I'm gonna do that. Tomorrow I might feel 80% male. I'll remove the makeup and I'll wear a muscle shirt. Why do you care?
Yeah.
What business is it of yours to require that I fulfill your inability to think of gender on a spectrum?
Here's why I care. Because you won't shut the up. You keep cramming this down everybody's throat. If a guy gets up and he puts on a tutu, I really don't care. It doesn't bother me. I can see your insanity walking down the street and choose to ignore it. I've stepped over the zombie homeless bodies in Austin that are all cracked out on the street right downtown. And you know what? I feel sorry for them. I have some sympathy and empathy there, but like, I'm not going to judge that person on their life decisions, and I'm not judging anybody else's life decisions either. Steve celebrated Pride Month. I don't know why, but I didn't judge you.
That's where I know you.
Grinder. You saw him on a Grinder profile.
I didn't swipe whichever way the correct way is.
But the
No.
Yes, I woke up this morning and I felt 80% female and I swiped. But people like Neil deGrasse Tyson, who by the way is not a scientist or an expert really in anything, wants to get up there and keep cramming this down your throat and keep telling you this asinine, ludicrous stuff again, which is twisting logic. Mm-hmm. And trying to say, well, you guys are so stupid that you would think that it's weird that XX and XY, they're insufficient. What are you even talking about at this point?
For someone who wants to talk about exaggeration, he's like, they're just exaggerating gender. You're exaggerating science right here, like
right.
Over the top. And for someone like him who likes to go to the origins of things to explain, How about we do that? How about let's go to the origins? Gender is language to describe sex.
Right.
That's the origin. So let's stick to it.
Yeah.
You can't be sticking to the things about the big bangs and the nucleus and all that without going to the origins of this language too.
Well, again, I go back to the fact that these guys have tried to use science for generations to try to explain their philosophies, which is really just another religion for them. This gender thing is a religion. The climate science thing, quote unquote, is a religion. The pride stuff is a religion. Because, again, they have a fervor. They get worked up into a frenzy over this stuff. They literally worship at this stuff. The evolution theory is a religion because it elevates man to godhood. So this is another way of saying, okay, you guys have never produced a missing link. You've never shown something that's half lizard, half man.
No, if there's still a billion apes and a billion humans, where are the billions in between?
In between. There ought to be.
There has to be.
So, again, these guys are stretching, as you say, they're exaggerating the science. Guys like Tyson exaggerate the science, say, oh, well, this gender thing. It's like, no, you can't produce any proof to any of that stuff. Just like yesterday, Just like yesterday on Sarah's show on News and Why It Matter, they played that clip of that Japanese guy who spent $20,000 to get in that dog costume.
It's a pretty wild costume, right?
Well, pretty wild.
We have
Yeah.
Halloween for that.
But then another lady walking an actual dog down the street on a leash. The dog wanted nothing to do with the guy in the dog costume.
Have you seen the extent? I should have pulled it, but there's an extended clip. Every dog that comes near that dude freaks out like it just saw an alien.
Yeah.
They literally skirt away as fast as they can.
Well, it sees something.
The real dogs know what a butt smells like.
Exactly. And they don't want to sniff some Japanese dude's ass.
And also
So-
with Neil deGrasse Tyson, like, how are we quantifying the percentages? Like, did you suck 80% of a dick and that's how you got to that? Where they're like 80% of dudes, you were like, I might go there. I want to know, he's a scientist. How are we quantifying this? What's the data?
But to your point about the guy wearing